The scissors position is not just the most stable rolling position, it is the doorstep to so much that makes inline skating one of the most fun and engaging activities for me. Think about skating over rough terrain, city skating, parallel turns, carving, backward skating and transitions, slalom, and so much more. Welcome to Inline Pilot. If you find yourself struggling to keep your balance in the scissors position, and you're puzzled why skating instructors are recommending it for being more stable, then I made this video especially for you. So please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for other content like this, and enable the notification bell to not miss any new video. You've probably heard someone explain how to do the scissors position somewhat similar to this. Place one foot more forwards and the other foot more backwards, so that the back wheel of the front skate lines up with the front wheel of the back skate. Well, this is merely a description of what the scissors position looks like. It is not a helpful instruction on how to actually do it for the first time. The scissors position is very similar to riding a bicycle. You can say that riding a bicycle goes like this. Just push yourself forwards using the pedals and keep your front wheel pointing ahead by using the handlebars. But if you've ever learned to ride a bicycle, you know that this instruction is not going to get anyone very far in learning it for the first time. This is how I learned the scissors position instead. Doing one-footed glides for as long as possible and repeating them over and over again, seeing my one-footed glides become longer and longer until I could eventually just go on until I ran out of speed or out of road. I know I'm not the first one saying this, and learning this from others on YouTube is also why I started practicing one-footed glides ever since day one on inline skates, which was only 8 months ago. I want to reiterate this and discuss it in a bit more detail because I think the skill required to skate in a scissors position is often underrated and taken for granted by experienced inline skaters. I hope this video will encourage other beginning inline skaters to keep at it, so that they too will learn it by showing my own experience and progress. Often I wiggle my skate during the glide on purpose through twisting my hips and swinging my free-hanging leg. This twisting helps my body get a feel for the motion that it needs to familiarize itself with and to readjust itself to. This eventually builds up the muscle memory in my lower body so that it can do the balancing by itself without me even having to think about it. Note that adjusting the direction of your skate on the ground is a lot easier if you use a rocket frame. If you don't know what a rocket frame is, check out my video on the Icon Decode 90 frame. You don't need to make a turn on one leg. Turning will come when you combine both legs. You don't have to be able to control your direction on one leg, you just need to be able to keep adjusting your skate so that it stays underneath your center of mass and you can keep on going forwards whatever direction you end up in. It's good to keep going sort of straight. If you always turn to the same side, it probably means that you're not balanced on the center edge of your wheels. You can solve that by improving your posture or adjusting the sideways offset of the frame underneath your skate. Once the lower body can balance each skate independently, you can then let it try to work out how to balance your two legs at the same time in the scissors position. In the scissors position, your sideways balance does not come from having your feet next to each other anymore, but from your body intuitively keeping your feet aligned underneath your center of mass. This is why, as a beginner, you feel less stable in the scissors position until you build up the muscle memory to keep your balance through small micro adjustments in the orientations of your feet. In the scissors position, your forwards-backward stability increases due to the distance between your front and back skate, similar to why you don't easily flip over forwards or backwards on a bicycle, as opposed to unicycle. I still continue training on one leg. Now I'm trying to increase my one-legged control by practicing slalom. I find that improving my one-legged control helps me to keep pushing my overall skating skills to a higher level. Often it's easier on one leg than on the other, but I always try to learn everything on both sides and do even more repetitions on my weaker side to let it catch up to my stronger side. And why not learn it in the backwards direction as well? After all, backwards should just be the same as forwards, but just in reverse, right? Maybe I should have been wearing a helmet, but at least I didn't forget to wear my protective underwear. No coccyx was harmed during the recording of this video, I promise. But maybe I'd better leave the backwards one-footed slalom as something to get back to later. Much later. My next step after learning the scissors position was doing the parallel turn. Make sure that the foot on the side in which you want to turn is your front foot. So for left turns, keep your left foot in front, and for right turns, keep your right foot in front. I still remember how scary it was for me the first time I tried leaning into the turn on the outside edge of my foot. But once I successfully did a turn like that, it felt like a huge accomplishment, just like riding a bicycle without training wheels for the first time. And skating got so much more fun after that. Wishing you a great 2023 with lots of fun and progress with your inline skating. Thanks for watching.